If you're choosing the best pest control CRM in 2026, put FieldCamp first, then compare Jobber, GorillaDesk, FieldRoutes, and PestPac. The reason is simple. A pest CRM should not stop at a name, phone number, property, and notes. FieldCamp can make chemicals, bait station, treatment areas, treatment records, application logs, service contracts, and compliance report their own connected objects. That means the CRM understands what happened at the property and what must happen next. So let's start with customer and property history. In FieldCamp, the property can relate to its bait stations, prior treatments, chemicals used, contracts, documents, jobs, visits, and notes. Jobber gives you a clean, general client record. GorillaDesk connects customers with standard pest work and materials. FieldRoutes gives you a fixed pest CRM. PestPac brings deep, pre-built pest modules. Jobber wins generic ease of use, while PestPac wins pre-built depth. FieldCamp wins the customer records because your company decides what the important records are and how they relate, instead of waiting for a vendor to add another module. Now, lead and sales management. Imagine a property manager calls about 3 buildings. They're not ready to book a single treatment. They need an inspection, a proposal, follow-up, contract approval, and then recurring service by location. A basic contact list is not enough. Jobber can manage requests, quotes, follow-ups, approvals, and a sales pipeline on higher plans. GorillaDesk offers estimates, enhanced follow-up, smart views, an opportunity pipeline, and pipeline reporting as you move into its growth tools. FieldRoutes connects customer acquisition, marketing support, sales activity, and the recurring operation. PestPac Sales Center supports leads, opportunities, expected revenue, tasks, reminder, digital contracts, customizable fields, and sales funnels. FieldCamp can give inspections, estimates, contracts, and treatment work their own stages and relationships. Then move approved work into jobs and billing. PestPac wins the most pre-built sales center depth. FieldCamp wins the connected sales to operations handoff because the pest details do not get rebuilt after the contract is signed. But now let's talk about recurring customer retention. Pest control businesses do not build value only by closing a one-time job. The value is keeping a residential plan, renewing a commercial agreement, handling callbacks properly, and making every conversation feel like the office knows the account. Jobber can automate reminders, follow up on quotes and invoices, and keep the customer connected through its client-facing tools. GorillaDesk has confirmations, reminders, billing on Pro, reviews, a customer portal, and service history. FieldRoutes is built around recurring contracts, balances, reminders, collections, and customer requests. PestPac connects contracts, service, billing, communication, and reporting across a deeper account structure. FieldCamp ties service contracts to recurring work and can use rules for renewal reminders, treatment follow-ups, and bait station inspections. FieldRoutes wins standard recurring pest operations. FieldCamp wins when retention rules vary by service, treatment, property, or contract. The next category is field context. Your technician should not arrive at a restaurant and discover after opening the notes that the last visit found activity near a specific area and the customer has a service requirement tied to the account. The useful CRM is the one that moves information from the office to the field without a phone call. Jobber supports job details, attachments, notes, photos, and checklists. GorillaDesk adds pest-friendly material tracking and mobile service records. FieldRoutes combines the customer history with the pest operation and technician workflow. PestPac has mobile tools, chemical tracking, termite inspections, contracts, and deeper reporting. GorillaDesk wins simple field context. PestPac wins a large pre-built inspection suite. FieldCamp wins usable connected context because the technician can work from the actual treatment, chemical, bait station, property, and contract records rather than one giant notes field. Now AI and automation. A pest control CRM should help the office move faster, but it should not make unsafe decisions. It can remind the customer, draft communication, organize a lead, recommend an appointment, capture a request, or hand a caller to the right person. It should not invest pesticide guidance or diagnose an infestation. Jobber is strong in front office automation around quotes, follow-ups, reminders, and customer communication. GorillaDesk promotes AI agents and adds sales automation in its newer tools. FieldRoutes is strongest when automation is connected to scheduling, routing, marketing, and collections. PestPac can automate processes, but the value depends heavily on configuration and modules. Jobber wins accessible generic automation. FieldCamp wins Pest-specific automation, because its workflows can react to your own records and stages. Create a follow-up, generate a task, move a contract, send a notification, or hand the approved scope into operation. But let's talk about pricing. Jobber's official site currently advertises annual starting prices around $22 for Core, $73 for Connect, $109 for Grow, and $387 for Plus. GorillaDesk starts around $49 per route for Basic, $99 for Pro, and $149 for Growth. FieldRoutes is custom priced. PestPac also creates a custom package around company needs and module. For published price transparency, GorillaDesk wins. FieldCamp needs a current package code, but the value is replacing the CRM. Pest spreadsheets, manual follow-up lists, and disconnected compliance records with one configured system. Choose Jobber for a simple general CRM. Choose GorillaDesk for a straightforward Pest CRM. Choose FieldRoutes for fixed recurring Pest operations. Choose PestPac for a large pre-built Pest suite. FieldCamp is my overall winner because it gives you a CRM built from the actual things your Pest business manages. Then, lets workflows and agents act on this structure. Take one commercial account with multiple treatment areas, bait stations, chemical logs, a contract, and a renewal into the demo at FieldCamp.ai. If the system can show that whole history and next action cleanly, that is real Pest CRM. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.